A Worcester police officer attacked while responding to an incident yesterday in the city. The officers were responding to a domestic incident on Grand Street when the subject became violent. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us with the details. Brittany?
Andy, Worcester officer David Roja was stabbed in his right cheek and has a 4-inch cut from the puncture wound toward his mouth. A 30-year-old man from Worcester is now facing multiple charges, including assault with intent to murder.
Sad to see that that's the world we're living in.
A Worcester police officer is stabbed in the face responding to a domestic incident Sunday morning.
Her ex-boyfriend had been calling her numerous times, leaving her threatening messages, threatening to harm both the female as well as her family.
The 23-year-old female victim had an active restraining order on her ex, Paxki Delorbe. Police say 30-year-old Delorbe went to the female's apartment on Grand Street, where he started an altercation with the officers.
During the altercation on the ground, one of the officers observed that this male suspect had obtained a knife.
Police say Delorbe stabbed the officer in the face before being tased and handcuffed. The officer received stitches.
For situations just as this, and the officers handled themselves very professionally and were able to defuse the situation and take the male into custody without anyone being seriously injured, which is really a testament to our officers and the training they receive.
The injury to the Worcester officer comes a day after 3 officers were killed in Baton Rouge and a week after the Dallas shooting. The Worcester Police Department says the recent violence against law enforcement is on the minds of its officers.
I think you can't help but in this time with all the incidents we've seen across the country that our officers are a little bit more aware and even a little bit higher alert than they normally would be.
It's getting worse every day, and it's very sad and devastating to see that here in Worcester.
It's terrible that it's happening all over our country. It's really something that shouldn't be, and especially it's this close to home.
Now, Delorbe was denied bail and is due back in court for a dangerousness hearing on July 27th. Andy, I'll send it back to you.
Our Brittany Schaefer reporting.